Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Spring Porter with Spring Solutions LLC. In this video, I'm giving you a part 2 to the Massachusetts video that I did. This is the payout part of it. I did receive the checks. I did deposit them without problems. If you're interested, please stay tuned. Please note that I am not an attorney. This information is not indicated as legal advice. If you have not liked or shared, subscribed to my channel, please do so. I would really appreciate that. Hi everyone, thanks again for tuning into my channel. So as I mentioned previously, this is a part 2 video to the video pertaining to orders received in the state of Massachusetts. I wanted to come on here and just show you that I did receive the checks. If you have not seen the video that I did on that particular process and working in the state of Massachusetts, please click on that link. It was interesting to work in that district and very difficult to say the least. But all in all, I did get the payments. There's 3 checks that came. And again, these checks come from the Treasury Department. Right? There are some districts that will issue an electronic funds transfer. This particular district being, as difficult as they are, I was able to get a check and it came to me. Although it did say in care of, again, I was still able to deposit them because M&T, my business bank, they do allow third-party checks, with a certain process. Now I have a relationship with the bank. Previously, I have deposited checks like this from the Treasury Department with other deals that I received where the checks came directly to me. So there's a history there. It's a smaller branch. I have actually, the bank manager actually notarizes my documents from time to time because there's not many people in the small branch that have a notary. So they do know what it is that I'm doing. They recognize my business. They see me, weekly. And it wasn't a hold on my account for suspicious activity. So I'm just telling you, this is something more that you want to ask around when you're trying to find a bank. One, do they have a mobile app? It makes it so easy and convenient because you don't always have to go to the bank to make deposits. Another thing that you want to ask the bank is what's their process on third-party checks? Can you deposit them if you have a business account? How does that work? Your clients are going to be out of state. And these are all the things that kind of worked for me. I didn't have an issue with depositing them through the mobile app. And I think because of those things, again, the history, I do have a business. Now, if I were trying to go into a regular bank and put it into my personal account, of course, I would have issues with that. If you are trying to cash them, of course, you're going to have issues with that. So make sure you're doing things properly. Make sure you know your process. Another thing that I wanted to mention, make sure that you keep good records because let's say, for example, that my deposits didn't go through. I may have had to gone to the bank to speak to the bank manager and give them copies of the power of attorney for each deal that I had and also the contract. So I just had those on a deck just because I always keep copies and just in case it was going to be an issue with depositing them, but it wasn't. So that's good to know. So just make sure you're picking the right bank and make sure you have all these things covered just in case this ever happens to you. And again, most districts, the checks will come to you. Massachusetts is slightly different. This particular judge's interpretation is different. And I have added an additional contract just for this particular special judge and district if you want it to work in there. Again, that information is in my course. The link is in the description box. So a closer look at the video, the closer look at the checks, basically. The first one is 2038 here that's listed. And then I asked for 15% of that one. And then the second one, 978.15. I'm only taking 10% of that, so it's 978. And then the last one here for 7,400, I'm getting 20% of that. So here's the mobile deposit history that I have with these deposits going through that way. There's a confirmation and that type of thing. And then basically I am tasked with, I have business checks. So I write their portion of their amounts and then I send them a letter and that's it. Send them the check and then that is particularly closed. And that's something that I also wanted to caution you. If you know that you're not good with doing your own finances, if you know that you are not good with paying things on time and realizing how much money you're spending, how are you going to be able to manage these particular funds? I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just being honest. Make sure that you are aware of what is coming in, what's going out for your business. Make sure you're keeping things separate. Because you don't want to run into a situation where you're like, oh, I paid my mortgage out of this, and then your client is waiting on their funds. So you want to make sure you are really clear on accounting and you know how to do this type of thing. Because this is something, again, that you're going to have to do if you start this business. The funds go directly to you. And if you don't know how to do it, you should hire someone that has that experience that can do it for you. So again, I hope that this information is helpful. The link is in the description box for my course if you're interested. Please continue to like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.